Hello guys, welcome back to another Hardware Canucks review. Those with interest in smallest chassis for either mini ITX or DTX motherboards, here's a small form factor chassis from Silverstone. This is the SG06 450, which is a part of the Sugo series, which aims at reducing the size of the enclosure while still being able to handle a decent configuration. This particular model comes with a 450 watt power supply with an 80 plus bronze certification. This chassis is actually the smallest of the Sugo series, perfect for home theater PCs, although a little steep with a price of $150. We have a nice aluminum front panel and steel for the rest of the construction. For the front, one slim optical drive can be installed, then we have two USB ports, unfortunately not USB 3 ready, audio ports, hard drive activity lights, and your power button. Now unfortunately for slim optical drives, the SATA connection is different from your regular 5¼ optical drive. You must purchase the proper adapter to convert a standard slim laptop DVD or CD drive into a compatible SATA power and data connection. They are quite rare to find, and Silverstone expects you to buy their drive just to get the adapter. The front panel also has side and bottom ventilation with the included 120mm intake fan, which is protected by a dust filter. Taking a look at the back, we have the power supply, a reset button, two expansion slots, and your I/O area. Now this chassis is equipped with fair ventilation all around, allowing for positive pressure cooling, delivering cool air from the front and exhausting it through the back. Opening up the chassis, unfortunately not with thumb screws, you have to remove both the optical drive bay along with the hard drive bay in order to start the assembly. Now you will need a screwdriver throughout the assembly, and considering the size in this case, a more convenient approach with thumb screws is more appropriate. The optical bay mount has rubber grommets in the cable cutouts to prevent any damage or cutting of the wires. A mount of a 2.5-inch drive is available right underneath the optical bay, and it is slightly oversized to support Velociraptors as well. Now for the power supply, it has all the connectors you'll need in order to install a system into such a small case, and they are all braided. So let's begin with the assembly. This Sugo supports graphics cards up to 9 inches long, which in itself is adequate for a home theater PC, and supports CPU heatsinks of 82mm in height, which is the retail box coolers that are included with your processor. Now when wiring all the cables, there isn't any dedicated cable management space, and this could reduce the airflow throughout the case. But storing all the cables closer to the side panel is suggested. Some of the accessories included with the case are the cable clamp that would work best to tidy all the front panel connectors, and 4 adhesive rubber feet. Now when you install the hard drive bay inside the case, there isn't any room to handle cables with your graphics cards installed, so we recommend either inserting the card in the end or connect all the appropriate cables to the hard drive before it is placed inside the chassis. Now fully assembled, this tiny case handles really well, and making sure the cables stay clear of the intake fan, cooling is directed both at the GPU and your CPU heatsink. Overall, the SG06 is quite impressive for its size, making it extremely portable and with a decent cooling configuration. It has support for SSDs and GPUs in length of 9 inches. But on the downside, we would have liked to see a more toolless approach towards assembly. Maybe using thumb screws instead of regular screws would be more convenient, and focusing a little bit more on cable management options, as the cable clutter will affect the airflow. And the fact that you must purchase the adapter to convert the slim optical drive SATA into regular SATA and power connection is inconvenient, and Silverstone expects you to purchase one of their drives in order to get the adapter. It would have been nice if they included this adapter as part of the case accessories. So if you're on the market for the smallest possible form factor chassis, Silverstone's SG06 may be a good option. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next one.